Why do some countries suffer more than others during global recessions? Economic downturns can affect all nations, but the severity of the impact can vary greatly depending on factors such as political stability, resource availability, trade openness, monetary policies, inflation, and even the most known disease that devours humans through the spread of this disease, the so-called COVID-19. In today's interconnected world, understanding the causes and consequences of a global recession is crucial. Join us as we explore what makes some countries more vulnerable to economic downturns and how we can mitigate their effects. But before diving into more about that, let me first welcome you aboard for this episode of Finance Arc. On this channel, we set sail on a journey into the vast realm of financial matters, where we guide you through every step of the process and assist you in navigating the challenging world of finance, from simple budgeting advice to more advanced investing strategies. So grab your life vest and get aboard the Finance Arc. Have you ever stopped to think about what a global recession truly means? It's not just a matter of numbers on a screen or graphs in a report. It's about individuals losing their livelihoods, families struggling to make ends meet, and businesses shutting down for good. Disheartening situations, right? Well, don't you know that last 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic brought this harsh reality to life? With worldwide supply chain disruptions, soaring unemployment rates, and slowed international commerce. And the worst part is, we are still suffering from this havoc, which causes this turmoil to linger till now. This has affected every corner of the globe, from small rural towns to bustling metropolises, leaving many to ponder what the future has in store. As we navigate these turbulent waters, let's pause to recognize the human toll of this global recession and the importance of supporting each other during these trying times. Because of this, governments and central banks worldwide have been working tirelessly to keep our economies afloat in the midst of this pandemic. They've been throwing everything they've got at it, including massive stimulus measures to ensure that businesses stay open and families are supported. Despite these efforts, however, the pandemic is still making waves and causing havoc in the economy. One of the reasons that will exacerbate the global recession is the rising inflation in 2023 to 2024, which became a significant concern for many countries, and it gives them chills. This chilling inflation erodes the purchasing power of consumers, reducing their ability to buy goods and services. This, in turn, can lead to a decline in economic growth as businesses see a reduction in demand and may need to cut jobs or reduce production. Although there are many variables that contribute to inflation, some of the major ones are supply chain interruptions, labor shortages, and increased demand. One element causing inflation is rising in short supply, leading to a surge in prices that are hitting consumers hard. Families are forced to make tough decisions about how to allocate their limited resources, and many are struggling to make ends meet. Imagine going to the grocery store and finding that the prices of your favorite foods have skyrocketed overnight. You grab a gallon of milk and realize it's now twice the price it was last week. You start to panic because you're not sure how you'll be able to afford your basic necessities anymore. This is the reality for many families around the world who are struggling to cope with the rising cost of goods due to disrupted supply chains caused by the pandemic. Raw materials are scarce and finished products are in demand. Imagine you've been saving up for a much-needed vacation after a year of lockdowns and restrictions. You're finally able to book a flight and hotel, but when you go to pay, you notice that the prices have increased significantly compared to the pre-pandemic levels. This is because the demand for travel has skyrocketed as people try to make up for lost time, but the supply of available flights and accommodations is still limited due to the pandemic-related restrictions and closures. As a result, travel companies are forced to increase their prices to meet the high demand, leaving consumers like you to bear the brunt of the inflation. Furthermore, the global recession has been influenced by geopolitical tensions, such as trade wars and other conflicts. Due to the disruption of international trade caused by barriers and tariffs, consumer prices have increased and economic activity has decreased. For instance, the continuing trade disputes between the US and China have resulted in higher tariffs and other trade restrictions, which have an impact on international supply chains and economic activity. The World Bank slashed its global growth forecasts from projections made in mid-2022 on the back of what it sees as broadly worsening economic conditions. The potential impacts of a global recession in 2023 to 2024 are significant and could have lasting effects on the global economy and society. It is crucial for businesses, individuals, and governments to prepare for the potential effects of a recession and develop strategies to minimize its impact. Businesses may need to adapt and innovate to survive, while individuals may struggle with higher unemployment rates, lower wages, and decreased consumer spending. Governments may need to increase spending on social safety net programs, which could lead to increased debt. However, governments can also implement policies to stimulate economic growth and create jobs. A collective effort is required to minimize the effects of a global recession and promote economic recovery. Strategies such as diversifying revenue streams, saving for emergencies, and investing in education and training could help businesses and individuals prepare for a potential recession, while governments can implement policies to support those most affected by the recession and maintain financial stability. The road ahead might not be an easy one, but it is important that we keep our eyes peeled and work hand in hand to safeguard our collective future. To ensure a secure and prosperous future amidst a potential global recession, we must work together and take proactive measures to mitigate its impact. By staying vigilant and cooperating, individuals, organizations, and governments can address the challenges of the recession and prepare for what lies ahead. Let's stay vigilant and work collaboratively towards a better tomorrow. Are you ready to take control of your finances? Subscribe to our channel for more tips on savings and investments. Don't forget to turn on notifications so you never miss a new video. Let's grow our wealth together. Stay tuned.